1968. This is one of the most pivotal years in the history of the United States and the history of this planet. It was a year of both incredible hope and incredible horror. People organizing in the streets against the war in Vietnam. People organizing in the streets for African American freedom. People organizing in the streets in countries around the world. It was a year, as one author put it, where heaven and earth seemed to change places. But there was also a lot of horror that year. You had the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King, the assassination of Robert Kennedy. You had the deaths of literally hundreds of people in Mexico City who were fighting in the streets for a better life, shot down by the police. And in the middle of all of this tumult, all of this chaos, there was one moment that crystallized everything that was happening, not only in that year, but in that entire decade. And that's when two people, two track stars, two runners of the world-class nature in the 200 meters, Tommie Smith and John Carlos, took the medal stand after the 200-meter race at the Olympics. And they raised their black glove fist in the air on the medal stand. If someone walked up to you and said you were one of, if not the best in the world, why did you do it? What would you say?
Before I would have to say, why did I do it, I have to say, where will I do it? Now, could I do it on Lenox Avenue in New York? Could I do it here in front of the Washington Monument? Could I do it in front of the Apollo? Or could I do it at the Olympic Games? And the reason I say we have to go there first is because many people around the world have asked me, why the Olympics? My statement was, why not the Olympics? The Olympics, first of all, was the first time that these Olympics was televised around the world for all nations to see. Secondly, it was the first time that it was in Technicolor. So this is where we brought the props in, to the point where we brought black gloves in, because we didn't want no misgivings about who we were representing first and foremost. We were representing black people and people of color, and then we were representing the United States, because I don't think the United States at that time was serious about representing all of its people. Second thing, we wore the beads, because we realized there was many people of color, and particularly blacks, that was hung throughout the South for various reasons, thrown in the river or the lake like Emmett Till, to tell Rosa Parks, get off the bus, to stop all the people that was in Birmingham going across that bridge, to have police dogs to bite women, pregnant women at that, and to have them put water hoses and knock them down and drag them down the street by their hair. Also, to see black men, as I stated about this young lady here, to see black men that feared reprisal or harm coming to themselves, so they allowed the police to drag their women and knock their women down and disrespect them in the street. This is why it was necessary to stand up and make a statement, because we felt that we should have fair opportunity for education. We felt that we should have fair opportunity for housing. We felt that we should have fair opportunity for employment. We should have the freedom to enjoy the goods that America had to offer.